Paul Phillips, I'm the Solutions Lead for AutomateX. We're an ANZ-based integrator of intralogistics technologies, goods-to-person, robotic, container unloading and similar automation technology. To the example I was just giving for our customer in Melbourne, the technology that they've implemented now, they've now got 2 DCs in Melbourne. They've built a 3rd DC, which we've implemented technology as well up in Sydney. It's what we call AMR, which is autonomous mobile robots. They were actually pioneered by a company called Kiva very early in the 2000s, and the concept was using a robot to bring the shelf to the person. So the oldest or the biggest saving that you can get in a warehouse is how do we stop people walking around, ideally not walking around bits of paper. The autonomous mobile robots, the first project in Australia was in 2018. And then when COVID hit in 2020, everyone thought, well, all of this is going to go away. Spending was going to go away. Purchasing by consumers was going to go away. And of course, everyone was staying at home and had nothing else to do. So everyone started buying. So what happened was instead of technology slowing down, technology accelerated. And we've seen AMR now sort of really start to grow within Australia and New Zealand. And that's around cost of labour now. The reality is no one wants to go work in a warehouse anymore. Graduates are expecting to start at 6-figure sums and don't want to be seen lifting boxes. So AMR has sort of been, for what we've seen, has been one of the biggest sort of technologies that's really started to expand. And one of the biggest advantages is the ability to start small and grow. We don't need to build big systems to prove a business case. Building smaller systems that can expand. And AMR, given the lower cost of CapEx, is probably one of the technologies that we're really seeing taken hold. Generally, especially in the early days of automation was seen as a black box. So, your orders would come into a WMS or via an ERP. They'd go into this black box, and then at some point, information would come back out of it. And whilst that works, I guess, from a business looking in, it's not very, consumer friendly. And the example I always give is, and I had it happen again last week, I placed an order, or a week before, I placed an order for my wife for Mother's Day. And as usual, it was a week before Mother's Day, and for my son, obviously. And I placed an order, and within 15 minutes, I got a notification from Australia Post saying that, your supplier is preparing your order. I'm like, beauty, this is going to be great. It's going to be here with plenty of time to spare. And then I get nothing. And then on the Monday after Mother's Day, just perfectly timed, Australia Post has got a delivery at the local post office to pick up. So I think you can connect systems together, but if you're not providing that feedback all the way back out to the consumer, you end up with this big void. And what we try and do, or what we try and look at with automation, is how do we bring that information back out multiple times? Like when an order's in, if the inventory is available, has it been picked? Has it been shipped? Or packed? Has it been shipped? So that way, at a consumer level, I'm understanding right through the process where is my order, or where is the thing that I've, especially for a Mother's Day present, where is that, and am I going to actually receive it on time?